Hi, I'm Raven.
And I'm Farron here. And this is the podcast where we try to answer the question, can two creatives really break free from the 9-to-5 grind and find success in a more fulfilling creative life?
Can we?
Hope so.
So, what we've done these past 2 weeks is, first of all, these past 2 weeks have gone by really, really quickly.
Flown by.
We try not to think about the podcast too much before we start it so that it's not too scripted and kind of planned, and that it's more organically what we have actually been doing. And we started to think about it yesterday, day before, and we were like, is it really time to do the podcast? Is it like, did we last week? No, it wasn't last weekend. It definitely has been the 2 weeks. So we've done a lot, but also nothing in a way. It's been just like a whirlwind of things happening. So the main things we've looked at is beginning to kind of customize our branding on Twitch, and arguably that's going to go across everything as well. Once we've done it for one platform, it will just kind of dominate across everything. So we have come up with our first set of custom emotes. We've got 3 so far, and we're going to have up to 10 for now. We've made a list of all the custom art that we're going to need for things like channel points, alerts, sub batches, so on. And that is mainly including our star of the show, Joey. He has so far been our channel points, which we are going to call Joey Snackums, just because he's always around. We're always talking about him, and
he's everyone's favourite.
Everyone loves him. The moment we bring him out, he's the star of the show. So it made sense to kind of bring him across as much as we could. So that's been that. We've not run into too many road bumps far with that. The emotes went very, very smoothly, a bit too easily, in my opinion. It just kind of happened.
Kind of went for the catch there, weren't we? But it all just worked.
Yeah, same with the channel points. We made Joey's little face eating a chip as the picture for that. That all went fine. But we've had a little bit of trouble with making the alerts, simply because we're trying to make them animated, and our issue has been with transparent backgrounds has been the hiccup. Some things allow it, some things don't. It's not consistent across the board. Some things have chroma keys to remove a background, some don't, and they work differently. So we're trying to merge graphics from lots of different places into one. It's just been a bit hectic. I think we're going to nail it today. I think we've got a plan to
I think we
fix
sussed it earlier.
To make it work. Yeah, I think we got very, very close to fixing it there. So then that leads into the other more seasonal stuff we've been doing, if you want to cover that.
Yeah, sure. So we have, and we're really excited about this, we've set up our first fundraiser, which is a really, really big deal for us. So we're raising money for Sue's cat rescue throughout the holiday season. And this is our first Christmas as streamers and content creators. And we really wanted to do something good with it and
make the most of it.
And we love cats, so we thought, let's help the cats. So Sue's Cat Rescue is a cat rescue shelter that takes in sick and stray cats that are often in such poor conditions that nobody else would even give them a chance. Sue and her team of volunteers do incredible work and always struggle with the cost of food, supplies and vet bills, so we really want to do something to help. And if you've ever enjoyed our podcast or streams, please drop a donation on our Just Giving campaign. You'll be making our day, as well as helping a dedicated team of volunteers and loads of cats that really need the help. We'll put the link to the campaign in our show notes, so you can access it there. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can just scan the QR code that I've put right about there.
Roughly
right there.
this kind of area.
Yeah, just scan that and it'll take you straight to the donation page, and you can just leave whatever you feel comfortable giving. That would make our day and really help a good cause. So we'd really appreciate that.
If you can't donate, maybe just share it around. Send it to your friend who you know loves cats. Your friend who's got 10 of them. Or rescues.
We all have
probably.
one of those.
We've all got one of those friends. We're gonna be that friend. That's the problem.
Definitely.
That's gonna be us. But yeah, if you can donate, amazing. Thank you so much. It's going to a really, really wonderful cause. And if you can't, just share it around. Join us on streams, whatever it is. Every little helps, as they say. So yeah, really, really excited to do that. We've not really set. I think we set a goal of 500, didn't we? That's like a rough aim. But honestly, if we earned a tenner towards them, that'd be nice.
Exactly.
That'd be nice.
All goes towards a good cause.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard at the moment. We were trying to think of like what kind of thing to pick what to do with this opportunity. And we picked the cat rescue because our cat, Joseph, was poorly last October, and the vet bills were extortionate for the most simplest of things, really, with him. So, you know, not only do cat rescues already have to spend so much towards, like, just food and litter and, you know, the overall day-to-day care we all have to pay for our cats, but they all come in really sick and poorly and need surgeries and have an eye missing and an ear chopped off and all these things. So, you know, it really does make a big difference to be able to give them a little bit more cash this Christmas.
Definitely. Take the pressure off them a bit, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So whatever we can do will be good. So we're going to do some charity streams with some cat-specific games and all sorts of things. We've got some ideas coming up. Yeah. So if you can join us for any of those, that would be fantastic.
Yes,
Again, the link will be in the show notes. Awesome.
So that moves into what we're going to be doing actual just like day-to-day productive-wise at the moment. And our big thing has been time management and how to divvy up our time to make the most of it. So at first, we were kind of spending our spare time prepping streams so that we would have like nice overlays and we'd both be free and we'd have the games and the setup. So like even just setting up all like the microphones and the cameras and all that, like that was taking a lot of our time to kind of get it right. We've had that for, I think, pretty decently for like a month now. Yeah, we did do a little overlay upgrade, but it was more just to optimize its functionality rather than kind of do it from scratch, and so that was not too bad. But the thing now, especially now that we have very sadly lost Omegle, is that our reach isn't actually, it's not taken a really bad hit. I was surprised our reach hasn't taken a bad hit, like viewer wise, but our followers, how quickly the followers are going up, has taken a hit. I think it's only gone up by about 10 since Omegle left us. Maybe 20 since Omegle left. 20,
yeah. Whereas before we were getting like
20,
30 a day.
Yeah, I was going to say we're getting like at least 20 a day. Yeah. So that's been quite hard. But we have been reassured that it hasn't just like wrecked our growth entirely, which I'm sure you'll talk about a bit more in a bit. So we're going to be looking at how to grow, and that's going to bring in marketing, and we're going to do across social media, like regular posts and announcements, networking, but also doing more kind of new marketing. It's called new marketing. It's not really new marketing, but it's for like YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram Reels, that kind of quick content creation, as we're currently more comfortable with long form content creation. So it's going to be a bit of a switch for us to go to more short things, but also just having the ability to say no to streaming, because our time, we have lots of time, but our lots of time does not align, and that's the problem, is that I'll often have to work half on a project and then you half on it, and we kind of go back and forth for like, whilst I'm working you'll be editing, and then when you're working I'm making things, and we don't have much time together. And marketing is something that really we have to kind of do together, and so it's going to mean that sometimes we've got to say no to streaming, even if we really want to, and we'll be playing, you know, if we're playing games that evening anyway, like maybe we can kind of meet in the middle. But it is going to mean that we have to shift away a little bit from just focusing on streaming entirely and focus more on building up an audience, building up a following, a name, a brand, and just having more of that like base structure in place now that we can't rely on Omegle to kind of bring it in for us, which we knew we would have to do at some point. We were hoping that we'd kind of be able to do it in the new year, but it's one of those things that it's good to have a kind of plan B and not just expect one thing that's worked once to always work.
Definitely.
So yeah, I think that's about it for the current plan on like what we're doing, like shifting wise. We're still gonna be doing streaming, don't get me wrong, like we're gonna do I think like 2 streams a week minimum.
Yeah, if we can aim for that, I think we'll be alright.
But maybe we just schedule them in a little bit more, because that helps as well, actually scheduling when we're going to be streaming.
I've been thinking a lot about that recently.
Yeah, so I think maybe we'll try and go for that angle, and then just try and focus on social media. And for now, that's going to take some time, because we've got to get in the momentum for it of making short form content. But in the long run, I think it will get easier. I mean, streaming took longer to begin with. Even just the setup to go live took longer. And now we're like, dip, let's go. You know, so it's gonna be okay. The work has to be done at some point, and I'd rather we put it in early on.
Yep.
It's just, it's unfortunate because like Christmas and everything is happening. We really hoped we could just kind of ride off the back of Omegle until at least New Year. But, it'll be fine.
Nice.
It'll be all right. We'll make it work.
Exactly.
We have done so far.
Adapt
we can make this
and
work.
overcome, right?
Exactly, yeah.
We got this. It'll be fine. Yeah, so a lot of learning curves ahead of us, but we'll get there. I think it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, most of this week most of this fortnight has been spent more planning for what's coming up rather than making big steps.
Yeah.
The past few episodes we've done this, we've done that. We have done things, with the emotes and all that sort of stuff. But it's been more kind of getting everything in line and order to now go, right, this is the next push, the next phase of all of this. And another thing that we were just talking about before we jumped into the podcast is also that even though this is a creative quest, it's going to be not just streaming. For now, it is primarily streaming, simply because we just haven't got the time to do all the other things. And like, even your photography work, for example, it's really horrible at the moment. It's raining every day.
Yeah, it's not a good time of year for that.
So, it's kind of like there's things happening that we've kind of backbenched a few things for now. But it is going to, we're still doing all these things that we announced in the first episode of our aims and goals. Just for now, we're going to focus on the streaming side of things and the kind of content creation. And then we can kind of dabble into other things as time goes on.
Yeah. It's a good plan. It's a good plan. We got this. It's moving forward.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I
the
think
thing.
we've set a solid foundation. I think.
That's the thing.
We've got comfortable with what we're doing at the moment. Now it's time to take the next step.
Yeah, it's better to get good at one thing at a time than do 10 things at once and be kind of mediocre at them.
Exactly.
So I like the technique we're using, the direction we're going in. I'm amazed that we've even been doing as well as we have, really, because we started all of this with no expectations at all, to be honest.
Yep.
We're just kind of like, we do it for fun, and it's actually so far doing really well. So
so far,
nice.
so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving forwards. Love it.
So, do you want me to ask me first?
I'm going to ask you first.
Okay.
What's been the highlight of your fortnight?
The highlight of my fortnight, and one of the reasons we haven't done more, is my sister came down, and my sister is a very, very busy lady who works quite literally pretty much all over the place, every country, just zooming around. But she happened to be working within 30 minutes of me. So we had a nice little surprise visit from her for last weekend, which was lovely. Always nice to kind of catch up with her and just take some time just to distress, unwind, and buy unnecessary things from B&M that we don't need.
That was a good trip, wasn't it?
Yeah,
you did very well out of that one.
Yeah, Dougie got some new presents as well.
Oh, he did.
Very well
He'll be
out
so
of
happy
that.
with those.
Also, our green podcast microphones arrived, which are just beautiful. I won't touch it because it'll be annoying for me to...
Yeah, all that rustling.
But they are stunning. I love them. Did we need two of them right now? No.
Not
but are they pretty
really.
and green and shiny? Yes. And does that make me happy?
Got a matching pair.
Yes.
They're wonderful.
I thought you were going to try and cheers them then. No. Cheers.
Oh, God. Can't think of anything
But yeah,
worse.
I'm really, really happy with these. They were pretty in the pictures of them online, and then they arrived, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so cute.
Perfect.
Yeah, so they're going to really suit our overall aesthetic.
Look at that colour match.
Layout. I know.
Look at
See,
it.
I knew. And
It's perfect.
I made the overlays before we even knew about the microphones.
Yeah,
So
it was a sign.
it was a sign. And then also yesterday was my birthday, which was lovely. I got spoilt rotten by this lovely gentleman and everyone else. And I ate too much food, but it was all good food. And
That's how you spend a birthday.
yeah.
That's the
yeah.
plan.
I had a lovely time. It's very nice. Joey let me put a hat on him.
That's
Maybe we
rare.
can put a picture of Joey
Oh,
in
yeah, we can
his
pop that
birthday
in.
hat because it's beautiful. But yeah, it was a really nice time. Lots of nice relaxing moments between all the chaos. So
Yep.
I think we're in a good position to move on to the next part of all of this.
Definitely.
Phase 2.
Phase 2. Absolutely. So far, so good.
What was the highlight of your fortnight?
For me, I would say it was having a really successful stream the other day, because after our Omega bot died, like we told you in the last episode, we were a bit worried because we did a couple of streams after that and nobody came. So normally the bot would have driven traffic to us and it was really, really helpful. But without that, those first couple of streams were were terrible.
Yeah.
Nobody came out at all. It was like tumbleweed.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, well, that's back to square one. But after that, we had a couple of really, really good ones. And one in particular, I think was probably our best yet.
Yeah.
We had so many people turn up. Everyone was chatting away. We did really well from it. And I think it was playing a game that normally nobody ever turns up for. So even better.
That was a funny thing. So we did, I think it was 2 streams. And they had like 1 or 2 viewers. And we were like, oh no, this is going to be hard to recover. And then the next one we did, we played Paladins because when we were trying to get to affiliate, we were very careful about what we played and when because we didn't want to damage our stats. So we didn't play games that tend to not get many viewers. But now that we've got it, we're able just to do whatever we want whenever we want to. And so after the 2 really bad streams, we were like, well, let's just go and play Paladins because we fancy playing it and it doesn't matter and if no one's going to watch, it's fine. And then bloody everyone turned up. There was people like subscribing, people like, loads of new followers and loads of people engaging with us. And then we had the next one after that. We played the new Mario game.
Oh, so much fun.
And we had played that before and it did all right. But then we played it again the second time. And I did even better, which is very interesting actually because we initially put it down to the Omegle bot not working, but actually that shows that there was something else at play that was causing those low views and we don't know what. So if we find out what happened, what it was, the time, the day, the game, what something else was happening in the world, I don't know. But yeah, it was nice that it wasn't just totally reliant on Omegle because at first we were like, oh, this is really bad. But also it's now very confusing that they did bad to begin with. So I'm now trying to think like, what did we do? Was it something that was in the description? Was it like, what was it? What was it?
What could it be? Yeah, it was a tricky one. So yeah, that was really good. That was really uplifting for me.
Yeah.
Give me my hope and optimism back, which is good because I was quite worried for a while there. So that was really nice. I think my other highlight has been all the wonderful Black Friday deals that have been going on the last few days. Well, I say few days, it's been like last month really, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
it's
it
Black
starts
November now.
earlier every year, doesn't it?
But we've got a few real good bargains out of it, which we cannot wait to share with people. One of them just arrived in the last hour.
It's behind the monitors, and I am like,
we haven't
itching.
opened it yet.
It was meant to arrive tomorrow, and I said, I bet it's going to arrive. I hope, I pray, manifest that it arrives today and we can set it up. And then you got a little message like an hour ago being like, oh, nearby. I think, yes.
I cannot wait to put it to use. It could be amazing.
The game changer.
Yeah, we shall see.
It genuinely might be. So we'll let you know in a fortnight what's happened.
Exactly. So yeah, that's been really nice. Got some really good deals. But at the same time, I haven't spent as much money as previous years, which is really nice. Because normally, so many things catch me and I'm like, oh, I have to have that. And this year, I've actually shown some restraint. So I've got some nice treats, but also haven't cleaned myself out. So that's nice. It's a happy win.
I think what's helped is that we haven't really got much space at the moment to buy many new things either. So there's been a couple of things that I've gone like, oh, that'd be really nice. And then I've gone, but do I have to have it now? And do I have the space for it? Yeah. Probably not. Okay. But yeah, we've got some nice little upgrades, nice bits and bobs. And actually, the few things that we were going to get, like the microphones, like the spare monitors, they came on to deals before actual Black Friday.
Yeah.
And so when Black Friday came around, we'd already kind of got the stuff we needed. So that was nice as well. Then
worked out well.
Weren't having to have loads of Amazon packages arriving at once.
Yeah, not all in one go anyway. Spread it out. So yeah, it's nice. We've got a nice time ahead. We've got another adventure planned for next weekend. So
starting from Wednesday. It's not even... I keep thinking, because the actual event is next weekend, but we're leaving on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I keep thinking, oh yeah, it's got a week. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's 3 days that we'll be there in 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad, isn't it? That's come up really fast.
We haven't started packing.
I don't think we've even finished unpacking from last time.
We haven't.
Wow. Well, there you go. Just take the same stuff. It'd be fine.
I think we could. I have that bag of clothes that I didn't end up wearing. Yeah. I can see it here. It's
That's
right
so
there.
Funny.
It's got an outfit in there. There you go. Done.
Easy.
Let's go.
Saves time. It's going to be great. So yeah, really looking forward to that. So we'll be taking loads of photos and videos while we're there.
We'll try to do a little vlog.
Yeah.
Speaking of short form content, another thing, an issue with that before we wrap up is that you have to have an opportunity to make said short form content that's not just sort of like waffle going into the world. And we have lots of little fun events over the next week. We'll be in London and Birmingham. And so it's like the perfect opportunity, even if they're not the most amazing thing ever, we'll at least have a scenario where we can practice making kind of vlog content and shorts and little bits and bobs. So it'll be a nice, no pressure trial moment rather than when we urgently need to do something.
Exactly.
So hopefully that'll all go well.
Do you know what we can do? We can do a video tour of the wonderfully reopened HMV in London.
Do you know what? That would actually do really well.
I can't believe it's reopened. I'm so happy. I can't wait to go back in there.
So
I
excited.
used to love that shop so much. It's so nice that it's reopened.
I had a thought. You know, you're taking your photo business cards.
Yes.
We could change the bio link to have the fundraising QR code on it. Because we're going to where cats will be.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a cat fundraiser.
Genius.
So it might be a good
We can
nice
make that
little
work.
crossover of you take nice pictures of the cats and instead of them paying you for the nice pictures of the cats, they could donate to Sue's Cat Rescue. I just, maybe, we'll have a look if that's
Worth a
possible.
look.
But it might be a good opportunity to kind of be like, hey, look,
Yeah.
can you help? Please. It's a good
Brilliant.
cause.
Brilliant. Awesome. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good.
I'm excited.
Lot to look forward to.
So yeah, we'll struggle with what the highlight of our fortnight will be in a fortnight time.
Oh, yeah.
Because we'll have had a wonderful time away.
The best time. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Awesome. Nice, quick, brief episode today.
Yeah.
Flown through that one.
Well, we'll make up for it next time. I know that.
Yeah.
Don't jinx it, because it'll be like, everything went wrong, I know.
Yeah.
Or maybe it'll be like the greatest success ever seen. Broken Twitch records. #1 streamer.
Viral sensation.
Manifest.
Fingers crossed.
Right.
Perfect.
I think that's good.
Yep. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.